everyone, and welcome back to Drishti Ki Awaaz podcast. I'm your host Samreet Kaur Kariwal, and today I have with me a very special guest all the way from Capital University from USA, Mr. Cole. Please join me in giving him a very warm welcome. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. It's hot for me because it's always hot here, but I still feel good. It's a great day.
There's a difference between the weather system over here. So, please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hello, I am Cole Osborne. I am from Capital University, a small school in the center of the American state of Ohio. I've been student teaching here at Drishti for the past 4 weeks. I've been having a great time and learning a lot.
That's great. I mean, you're a passionate teacher. And what was that one thing that made your love towards teaching?
I think every student is a puzzle that you have to solve. Every student has unique ways that they learn, different kinds of background knowledge that they have, things that they know about and care about, and different ways that you can draw their attention. You have to piece everything together to get students to learn. So it's always fun to try to solve that puzzle.
Yeah, I've seen kids love the way you teach and they feel very happy and they're very excited that now we are having a class with Mr. Cole. That's amazing. So there's a difference between the culture, right, from where you are and now you're in India from the past few weeks. So what is the biggest cultural shock that you've seen over here?
Biggest culture shock is the traffic, the driving.
Oh.
It's insane. In America, you can get a ticket for going like 2 miles per hour faster, or like I guess it'd be like 4 kilometers per hour faster than the speed limit. I've gotten tickets, and they'll be around like 200 USD for just going like 7 miles above the speed limit. And here you can go as fast as you want. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And motorcyclists are always cutting through cars, and it seems to me that sometimes they're trying to get hit. It's terrifying.
People are always in a hurry over India.
Yes.
There are rules, and there are people who follow such rules in India as well. But there are few who do not feel like following the rules in such a way.
Yes.
So you have been in India, and you have also explored a little bit of it. And now I want to know your favorite things. So what is your favorite food over here?
I love palak paneer. I think palak paneer is delicious. Anything with paneer in it.
Anything with paneer?
Yes.
Yeah, paneer is quite delicious.
Oh yes.
So your favorite city that you have visited, or any place?
Amritsar. Amritsar. Beautiful city.
Yeah, that's
love the older buildings before independence. They're beautiful, and the narrower streets were nice to explore.
So your favorite dance form, and have you tried any?
Bhangra. I danced the Bhangra.
Yeah, that was
very fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. I liked wearing the turban. That was unique for me.
Yeah, that's the tradition in Punjabi culture.
Yes.
That Sikh boys, they wear a turban.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So also something that the students of your culture from USA can learn from the Indian students, and something the Indian students can learn from them.
American students could definitely learn to care a little bit more about their studies.
Okay.
Indian students are a lot more respectful and sometimes focused in class. Of course, that's not always the case. Both groups of students have their moments where they're not paying attention, but Indian students in general, I think, are more focused and driven in class. And on the other end, I think sometimes Indian students can be too stressed out and maybe overly formal sometimes. So maybe you feel like you can relax a little bit. But of course, there is a different culture, so
Yes, right.
you can't behave the same way as American students would.
I mean, after this, what you said, I mean, there will be students who will be thinking about the same thing, and maybe they'll work on it soon, and there'll definitely be a better version again. Also, I mean, you have spent a couple of weeks over here. It was your experience with teaching students, meeting everybody. So how was that interaction, like when you were going out to visit the places or somebody's house in India?
The people here, I've been to several different countries, and the people here in Punjab are the most hospitable people I've ever met. Everyone is so kind and so welcoming. In the school, I feel like a celebrity a little bit. Everyone's always running up, Mr. Cole, especially the younger kids. They're so sweet. There's one little girl in sixth standard who I taught an American greeting, a handshake thing.
Oh.
And every time she sees me, she wants to do the American handshake. She's very excited about it.
I mean, yes, the kids, they're pretty excited to see you.
Yes.
And all of us, not only the kids, all of us from over here, we feel truly privileged to have you with us, to have an interaction with you, even if it's for 2 minutes only. And today I feel most privileged to record a podcast with you, to host it, and to get a little more about yourself. So, nextly, I would like to know that how do you manage all of the stuff, like over here? There are different people, different culture. So sometimes there can be a little bit of barriers, like language or something like that. So how do you overcome it?
I have some basic phrases that I can use. I have some very basic phrases, but luckily, in my experience, most people speak like basic English at least.
Yeah.
English here is a very common language, so I've been blessed with that. My life is pretty easy. Cultural barriers, I try to think before I do things, but I've definitely made some mistakes. Just yesterday, I visited Gurdwara, and after I entered in and I put in an offering, I turned and I walked right over to the women's side. I was about to sit down, and he said, no, you have to go over here. I wasn't aware that there is that separation.
That's a partition or where you have to
Yes.
Right.
So lots of things. Another culture shock, just to go back to that, is the amount of times I've been asked to remove my shoes. You never ever remove your shoes in America, even when you visit people's houses. A lot of the time, the people's houses I've had to remove my shoes in have been my friends who are immigrants. So it's very different to be asked to remove my shoes. It's very informal in America. It would be considered rude. If someone walked into a church without shoes on, they would be asked to leave and come back with shoes.
Oh
So
my
it's the
god.
opposite.
So I mean, you have a lot of cultural shocks over
Yes.
here. And lastly, I would also want to know what advice would you give to the younger kids?
So for students, especially the younger students, just read as much as you can. Read as much as you can. It's the most important thing you can do for your education and for your life and finding out about the world outside of your school.
That's true.
And for students who are a little bit older, go on like 9th standard up,
Yeah.
research what you
Okay.
want to do, and when you're doing that, decide what kind of life you want to have.
Right.
Some jobs require more work, more effort, and more stress.
100%.
And if you feel like you can handle that, you can earn more money and have more opportunities. But if you say, I want a calmer life and I'm okay, like you should be willing to adjust your work to the kind of life you want to have. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's great, and that's so true. And I mean, all of us will be working on this thing as well. Researching, reading. I mean, that's a lot of good stuff if you want to be something in your future and want to be secure also. And so it was very much, I mean, very privileged right now to have an interaction with you. And it's a couple of weeks you're here, and it's kind of an attachment with you. And now we all know the truth that you'll have to leave soon.
I'm very sad.
We are too feeling very sad that all those weeks, they've quickly finished. I mean, it was time when you had just reached, and now you have to leave back. But there are a lot of beautiful memories from your Bhangra to the discussion to your Punjabi language. I mean, it was all very fun. And we all will genuinely miss you, and we'll always hold you back in our hearts, and we'll remember all the beautiful memories that we have made. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for coming here in India.
Thank you so much for being so inviting. I've had a wonderful time.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and stay tuned for upcoming podcasts.